What is up, friends? I wanted to talk today a little bit about the different behavior styles in regards to the coronavirus, the COVID-19. I love studying human behavior, and I narrowed it down to 4 different types of management styles in regards to the COVID-19 epidemic here. It is almost May in Illinois here, and I'm wearing a winter coat. So a little bit odd. Those of you who like my hat, thank you to Rennie Edelson. Be greater than average, Dr. Rennie. Love it. Tommy, what's up? Dr. McCanny. So I want to talk about a little bit about human behavior, how we deal with the coronavirus. There's 4 different personality styles, and some of you think this is a real riot, but it's absolutely true. We have those that are extremely paranoid about it, like flipping out about this thing. That's all they think about it, totally consumed, overwhelmed, freaked out about this thing. Then you have those that are macho. They can't get an infection. There's no way they can get it. They're licking toilet seats. They're freaked. They don't care about anything. There's the macho. Then there's those that are ignorant, thinking hiding under their bed is saving them and they'll never get a virus because they're locked in their bedroom. And then those are rational. So let me go through those 4 different types, and my goal is to get you all rational. So first, you got the paranoid. They're under their bed hiding with a hazmat suit on, afraid to actually go down to the kitchen because they may die. So paranoia is probably the biggest risk category, where people have advanced disease states like COPD or a disease state like that. Those are extremely high risk. But the paranoid individual is living and bathing in high levels of cortisol that cause apoptosis, which is programmed cell death of white blood cells. You're literally telling your immune system to die when you're in fear. So eliminate that. Get proactive, get empowered, learn what you can do, celebrate the day, laugh a little, realize the risk is very low. And you want to know the difference between a strong host and a strong virus. And you got to have clarity there. So paranoia is your worst category. If you have that human behavior, do everything you can to get out of that. The next one is the macho. You know, the guy licking toilet seats or being out there like, I don't get viruses, you know, that kind of mindset. And again, they're proving the germ theory wrong, because a lot of them are just getting through it and they don't have any problem. Smoke their cigarette, go, I don't care about the virus. They could be resilient. Some of them fall over and die because they have a weak lifestyle and they're not very strong immune system. That's the macho type. I'd urge you guys to have some rational thought. Wash your hands, reduce your risk, and embrace some lifestyle measures that reduce your chance of getting it. Then there's the ignorant. Those that feel, if I do lock myself in the room, I'm golden, I'm protected. There's no way I can get the virus. I am washing my hands, locking myself in my home, drinking my soda and my potato chips, but I'm locking myself in my house. I'm protected. I urge you in ignorance to step over the fence and enjoying rational thought as well, because it's very contagious and people are dying. They are dying. It's not a high risk, it's not very dangerous, but people are dying because they're not making steps in the immune system. So here's the deal. It's about the strength of the virus and the strength of the host. You've all played rock, paper, scissors, right? So you got the rock, you got the paper wins. You got the rock and the scissors, the rock wins. You got the scissor and the paper, the scissors. Remember that I was damn good at that game. So it's a rock, paper, scissor game. You have a host, you have a virus, and then you have a host. And I'll give you one clue. You're the host, okay? You're the host. Like you're hosting the virus. So the virus is opportunistic. It comes in your body and it wants to live there. It's nothing without you. It lasts for 48 hours. It gets on your hands. It breaks down with soap on your hands and it falls apart. Genetic material explodes out of this fat layer and it falls and it's dead. Viruses are weak and they die. If they get inside your body and your body doesn't attack and get rid of it and it gets inside your cell, it has a field day and it starts dividing like crazy. A virus, you can fit 1,000 virus in one cell. You can only fit about 10, 20 bacteria. You give it 1,000, they're tiny. They just keep dividing inside a cell, and they release these mediators called cytokines, the big healthcare jargon. We won't go into that, but it causes like explosions in the cells, and that's what causes this issue. So with this rock, paper, scissor game, you being the host and they being the virus, you got to know, should you pull a rock, a paper, or a scissor in order to beat this guy? So if you have a strong host and a weak virus, that's like the rock over the scissor and the virus wins. Okay, you get that, right? If you have a strong virus and a stronger host, the host wins and the virus comes in, gives you a mild fever or you don't feel anything, and your cells attack this thing, destroy it before it gets in, pierces the cell and starts dividing like crazy. It doesn't have a fighting chance. You have a normal immune function that takes care of business, and maybe you get sniffles for a day, maybe you don't feel anything, maybe you get sick for 2 days or 3 days. And then you're on your way. You're on your way. So you have to understand that you're the host. You got to make the decisions. What makes a stronger host? And that's where I think we're at such a silly stance here, because we're so caught up in a conspiracy, or we're caught up in the political, or we're caught up in the rules, and no one's focusing on their health. So I think it's a perfect opportunity for us, those on this call. David Tucker, what's up, buddy? I'm just looking at some people watching. Those of us on this mission for our entire career, which is helping individuals live higher quality lives. High five to you, chiros, naturopaths, nutritionists, massage therapists, holistic MDs, holistic NPs. High five, high five. We've been talking about this forever. Now we're on our soapbox on stage, and people are wondering, what the heck do we do to stay healthy right now? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing small videos teaching you some core value components of your health that you can use, not just during this epidemic, but to live a higher quality life. So the first one I'm going to do, which I need to take right now, which is vitamin D. Taking vitamin D on a daily basis. This is a liquid vitamin D. That's about 10,000 IU of vitamin D. People not taking vitamin D right now, and right now it's in April winter for us here in Illinois. I can't get any sun right now. Those of you not taking vitamin D, it's silly. And the reason you may not is because no one told you how it works. So let me just explain vitamin D real quick. Think of your immune system. Think of a cell in your body that's supposed to fight a virus being like a person in your home that's fighting a guy breaking into your house. Okay? Get that analogy? So the immune cell in your body that's supposed to fight an infection is like someone in your home trying to fight an assailant breaking into your home. If that person or the immune cells are vitamin D deficient, two things happen. The person who's trying to get the gun to take care of the assailant breaking in your home doesn't know how to use bullets in the gun. He didn't put bullets in. He doesn't know how to load it. He doesn't know how to aim. He just doesn't know how to protect you from this person breaking in your home. So you're not really protected, are you? In your body, the immune cells are not, they don't react fast enough with a vitamin D deficiency. You have a reduced ability to fight infection with a vitamin D deficiency. That's a fact. That's research. That's on PubMed. Check it out. Not only that, but it's more prone for respiratory infections. This pandemic is a respiratory risk. Vitamin D reduces your risk of respiratory infection or respiratory distress. So help me understand why people are not talking, or the media or the politicians or anyone talking about vitamin D need during times of respiratory distress. It's beyond me. So the other thing that's even crazier than a weakened immune system, or the analogy I'm using is the guy with a gun in your home, is that that guy with the gun trying to protect you may get paranoid and start shooting your own family members. Because what it does in your body, a vitamin D deficiency, is it makes your immune cells potentially become paranoid, and the immune cells start attacking your tissue, your thyroid, your heart, your tissue, instead of the virus, which is an autoimmune disease. Vitamin D deficiency causes a weakened response to your immune system, number one, and it causes an increased risk of autoimmune disease. Both of those with a deficiency of vitamin D. So if there's one of many steps that you can take is to supplement with vitamin D, a more resilient, responsive immune system and less risk of an autoimmune disease with normal levels of vitamin D. So there's a lot more to do than vitamin D. I want to talk next time about something simple, easy, and free, which is breathing. The components of breathing. Why do you have a lower VO2 max just right now? Even though you're healthy, you're a runner, you do all these great things. Why is your VO2 max compromised right now? Why are you doing a sympathetic breath instead of a parasympathetic breath right now? How is your spine and your pain in your body affecting your breath? How is poor breathing causing an acidic environment promoting disease in your body? How is it that you can exercise your diaphragm so if you do get an infection, you know how to get more oxygen in? Because look at the survival rates of those on a ventilator. I think if I wanted to reduce my risk of mortality, I'd be damn sure if I get the virus, I'm gonna maximize oxygenation and maximize my breath so I don't need a ventilator. So next video I do is gonna be all about breath. I think you'll love it. The only issue is people usually don't do things that are simple and free. Human nature, hope you guys don't follow that trail. Embrace the free and the simple to enhance your health. Hope you guys have a great day. Tommy, Tommy has a question. Are there more than one type of vitamin D? Yes, there's multiple types of vitamin D that convert in your body. You're going to use vitamin D. Well, vitamin D, another thing to say about vitamin D, good point, is to talk about vitamin D with K2. So vitamin D is cholecalciferol that converts to the 125 dihydrocholecalciferol. But also having vitamin K2, that's a good point. So K2 you want in your vitamin D because high levels of vitamin D causes an increase of calcium absorption in your body. So if you have increase of calcium absorption from your kidneys into your body, that calcium could store anywhere. It could store in your eye and cause cataracts. It can store in your blood vessels and cause calcification. It can store in your kidneys and cause kidney stones. So you don't want just a high level of vitamin D increasing calcium absorption. The vitamin K will help transport the calcium to your bone. So you get all the benefits of vitamin D for the immune system, but you channel the calcium, not floating around your soft tissue, send it to the bone. So I highly recommend when you're doing vitamin D, you do it with vitamin K2. There's a bunch of other questions. Let me answer some of these. Wow. Okay. Lisa Ann, Mary, Doc Hadaway, Beth Ryan, Dave Malam. What's up, Dave? Robert Potter. Let's see, Brian. There's another question. How much zinc should we take a day? The issue in zinc, you don't need a separate supplement for zinc. I'm trying to think if I have a product here. You can get your zinc in a multivitamin. Don't take increase. Zinc and selenium you have to fight the infection. There's some information out there that selenium is actually breaking the DNA in the virus and making and helping you fight off this thing pretty easy. So zinc, I believe it's 25 to 40 milligrams or so. You're not taking 300-400 milligrams of zinc. You're going to cause the opposite effect, and it's going to crash your immune system. Zinc and selenium, you can take it in a multi at a right dose. You don't need high dose of that. Vitamin D, on the other hand, this guy is very deficient in most people. When I pull blood on people, I'm literally jaw on the floor in shock in most people. And if you're in an area like New York City or Pennsylvania, New Jersey, where there's more risk, you're crazy not to have a vitamin D test because you may need 10 drops, you may need 50 drops to get your D level where it should be so it makes your immune system responsive and not more risk for autoimmune disease. See if there's any other questions. June Lee, what's up, buddy? Alan Fleming, all right, buddy, what's up? Alan, flash from the past from high school. Adam Martinez, Let's see. Anyone have any other questions? Okay. Awesome, guys. Hope that was helpful. I'm doing another video on the breathing and the things you can do to increase oxygen, fight off infection, promote proper immune function. The only thing I have to say when you learn the right breathing techniques is the side effects. Then I have to disclose the side effects, so you have to know this ahead of time. Is if you learn to breathe right, it will improve your hormones, it'll improve your sleep, it'll improve your mood, it'll improve your immune system, improves your digestion. So they're all the side effects. So if you don't want optimal health, be careful. Breathing may make you a little too healthy. That's my little satire joke for the day. All right, guys, have a good day.